Hi there, welcome back to Crystal Elements. Hope you're all well and life's treating you good. Right, today I just basically want to chat about how if you want to start your own crystal collection and their uses in healing, self-manifestation, the chakras, how to clear and cleanse your crystal, and a few other bits and pieces. I've been using crystals myself for many years now, and they've been a big benefit in my life, whether it was for emotional use, general choices, and even at times they've helped me to open up spiritually. Every crystal emanates different types of energy, and each and every single one of them are different. The vibrations, the energies, some are beautiful, some get you real down. There's a mixture. There's a crystal for everyone out there. My personal way of choosing a crystal usually goes with intuition, or as they say, your gut feeling. For example, you go into a crystal shop, you'll come across hundreds of crystals, different forms, rough, tourmalated, earrings, chains, loads, but I guarantee you will be drawn to certain crystals, or even just a specific crystal. If that's the case, pick it up, and in general just see how they make you feel. For me, there's one crystal in particular that I can't have on my person for too much amount of time because it gives me headaches, and that's malachite, and that's a pretty good stone. I used malachite a few months back for personal reasons, during grieving and that, and it does help, but if I hold it too long, it's just tremendous headache. It's just unbelievable. Okay, for your first set of crystals, I usually like to recommend a basic set of 7 crystals. Why 7 crystals, you ask? Basically 7 because it represents the 7 main energy centers which are in our bodies. These are called our chakras. They are different aspects. There are different aspects to these, and they are also certain crystals that work well with each individual chakra. So that's why I suggest that you collect 7 crystals to resemble each of the chakras, and that way you choose each one crystal. For example, I have here a set that I use for my therapy sessions, and I've got an amethyst, which represents the crown chakra. I have a sodalite, which represents the third eye or the brow chakra. I've got a lapis lazuli here that represents the throat chakra. Green aventurine, which represents the heart chakra. I have a citrine here, which represents the solar plexus, and there's the carnelian, which represents the SACRAL. And finally, the red Jasper, which represents the root chakra. Okay then, let's start with the first chakra, which is the root chakra. And this is based and located at the base of our spine, and this resembles and connects us to the ground, to the earth, and to reality. It also helps with our physical needs, survival and manifestation. and this also makes us feel grounded, and physically it helps with our blood circulation. The crystals for the root chakra usually tend to be red or black. My favorites are Smoky quartz, red Jasper and black tourmaline. The second chakra is located below our navel, and this is the SACRAL chakra. This controls our sexual and our creativity, and physically it connects our sexual organs and our eating habits. The crystals for the SACRAL chakra are usually orange and red. My favorites are carnelian and Moonstone. The third chakra is located underneath our ribcage and is the solar plexus chakra, and connects to happiness, optimism, personal power and willpower. Physically, this can help with our digestive system and also help with diabetes. The crystals for the solar plexus are usually yellow with a tint of gold. My favorites for the solar plexus are citrine and tiger's eye. The fourth chakra is located above our heart, and this is the heart chakra. For me, this is the most important chakra, as it connects the bottom three chakras with the top three chakras, and that's why if this chakra is out of sync and out of balance, it will affect the rest of the body. It controls the overall feeling of love, not only to ourselves but all around us too. The crystals for the heart chakra are usually green or pink. My favorites for this one are the rose quartz, jade and fluorite. The fifth chakra is located at our throat, and this is the throat chakra. This is responsible for communication, sound, vibration, and connects with our self-expression. Physically, it's responsible for our throat health and the vocal cords. Crystals for the throat chakra are usually from a light blue to a dark blue. My favorites for this are kyanite and lapis lazuli. The sixth chakra is located between the brows, and this is the third eye chakra. This is responsible for our sixth sense, psychic abilities, our channeling, telepathy and astral travel. This physically connects to our sleeping habits and our sleeping patterns, and helps with migraines and hearing. The crystals for the third eye chakra are usually dark blue and purple. My favorites for this one are sodalite and amethyst. The seventh chakra is located at the top of our head, and this is the crown chakra, and this connects us to the divine wisdom, the all-knowing cosmic connection and enlightenment. This connects to our concentration and our ability to meditate, and is also a gateway to other dimensions. The crystals for the crown chakra are usually clear in color, and my favorites are and clear quartz. I will be putting details below on all the crystals that I've mentioned and regarding the chakras. Okay, so we've gone to the crystal shop, we've chosen our crystals. What next? How do we use them? Firstly, it is recommended that you cleanse them or clear them to get rid of all the negative energy, because you don't know, especially if they've been in a shop, you don't know who's come along, who's handled them. They must have been handled by 100 or no one, but it's always good to cleanse and clear your crystals. This way you can help them to vibrate and function a lot better. There's many ways that you can cleanse and clear your crystals, and it depends on how many times you want to cleanse it. Like I say, I tend to cleanse my crystals once a month, but it also depends on the usage. The crystals I use for my clients, for example, I tend to clear practically straight away, because the last thing you want to do is pass on negative energies to another person. You don't want that. I will be going into greater detail in another video regarding cleansing your crystals. Like I said before, there are many ways that you can cleanse your crystals. A popular way is by cleansing them in water, but you have to be careful using this method, because there are certain crystals that, when left in water for a certain amount of time, can release poisonous toxins. But if you do use this method, I tend to use natural bottled water. The more natural, the better. Just basically place your crystal inside a bowl with water, leave it overnight, and that will help in cleansing your crystals. Remember that when you're cleansing your crystals, it's always good to focus on the crystals and send them good intentions. You can use an affirmation, a mantra. Just send good vibes and good energies to the crystals, and what you want the crystal for you, what to do for you. I tend to use smudge sticks. For example, I have sage and rosemary smudge stick here, and I basically hold the crystal and in a clockwise motion until you feel comfortable. Smudge it slowly and say an affirmation. You give the crystal your intentions and what you would like the crystal to do for you. It may sound silly, but it does work, and positivity is always the best way. Let me give you an example. I have here a rose quartz, and I will hold it here and with the smudge stick in a clockwise action slowly, and I will say out loud or to yourself, I focus my energy on self-love and acceptance. I foster inner peace, tranquility and healing. I embody the essence of authentic love. I soothe the wounds of sadness and distrust with enveloping feelings and of unconditional love. I allow forgiveness and tolerance in all areas of my life. I attract love through grace and calm receptiveness. That's just one example, but it's what comes from the heart, and as long as it's good, that's what counts. For storage methods, I tend to have my crystals in wooden boxes or clay boxes. The more natural, the better. I try and avoid leaving them in like plastic boxes. I just don't like it, and the more natural, the better. You can use crystals in many ways. You can carry them in your pockets, leave them in your wallets, in your purses, even leave them in your bag. I tend to recommend that the closer you have them, the better. Have them in a chain. For example, as you can see behind me, I have what's known as malas and different crystals, and depending on how I feel, I'll wear a certain mala. For kids and children, I also recommend that you can sew the crystal in the hem, especially in their uniform, in their shirts or in their blazers, and that way they won't lose it. It's good for babies as well, because it just, you know that they're not going to swallow it. Just stitch it in the side of their hem and you're alright. Crystals are also brilliant to help dreaming and opening up your mind in the spiritual world, and if you're into the spirituality and the practices, this can help a lot. This also helps with lucid dreaming. I actually have an amethyst cluster on the side of my bed, and I find that this helps tremendous. But in general, you can do anything with them. Just leave them in your area, in your space, and let them do their work and their magic. Just remember one thing: look after them and they will look after you. Okay then, I hope that you enjoyed this video and it's helped, and please like and share below. I will be putting information that I've mentioned throughout the video below, and look forward to seeing you in my next video. Blessings.